Just look at 1 hour of the day, just 1 hour. If there are 5 situations in 1 hour, simple situations, abhi to sab ghar pe hai, so 5 situations in an hour, simple situations. Your child did not listen to you, your spouse did not cook right, your spouse got angry because you were not moving away from your laptop, you continued to work even though if it was a holiday. Very, very simple situations, which we cannot even call it a situation. This is normal life. So these simple situations, and you are responding every time we're getting irritated, snapping, even if it's in the mind or if it's in our words, every time I have to remember, every time I'm reacting, I'm depleting inner power. I'm depleting inner power. And this battery, this is like a battery here. So every time I'm reacting, even if it's like little, aisa kyun kiya, ye kyun kiya, aisa, even these little ones, nothing big, absolutely simple scenes of life, because it's the simple scenes of life which are so many. The bigger situations of life are very, very few. We don't need to prepare our mind to face big situations of life. We don't need to prepare our mind to face challenges of life. We only need to prepare our mind to respond right to the ordinary scenes of the day. Ordinary, simple scenes of the day. Because it is those scenes where we're going to respond multiple times. And in those multiple times, I can either deplete energy or I can conserve energy. I can either create a sanskar of reacting and blaming, or I can create a response of taking responsibility, responding right. So a crisis will come once in a while. A challenge can come once, twice a month. A difficult situation can come once a week. But sanskar will get created in scenes which come many, many times a day. So they are the simple scenes. So actually the practice has to be done only on those simple, simple scenes. So look at that's 5 situations in 1 hour. And when you just respond to them with ease, if you have to discipline someone, you do it lovingly, assertively, loveful discipline, not angry reaction, chilla diya, not like that. Loveful discipline. Now, every time, so if these 5 times you responded right within an hour, you conserved energy and then you energized yourself. Once you energize yourself in an hour, the next hour you are stronger than what you were in the previous hour. So you've moved up. And then the next hour, you've moved up. So every hour, this battery is going like this. Every hour, every day, every month, it's going like this. And then next month, there is a challenge in your life. You just come to know something at work, whether it's with salary, whether it's with job, whether it's with team, whether it's with project, whether it's with transfer. It's a challenge. But by then, my battery is here. And how did I get my battery charged? With these ordinary, simple scenes of the day. And when I hear or when I'm facing that challenge, I have to do nothing. Just, I don't even know how. I am calm and I'm stable. And I even look at myself that time and I will say, how is it that I'm not getting disturbed? Itni badi baat aa gayi mere jeevan mein. How am I stable here? Because my mind has got used to remaining calm and stable in the face of a situation. For the mind cannot differentiate whether it's a chota situation or a bada situation, because chota and bada, a simple situation or a crisis, is only how the mind will perceive it. But when the mind learned how to respond in these insignificant daily scenes, and then comes a challenge, and you're going to be very, very calm. Very, very calm. And when you're calm, you're intuitive. And when you're intuitive, you can see the solution. This is leadership quality. Leadership quality, calm in a crisis. Leadership quality, no blame game in a crisis. Leadership quality, empowering others. Empowering others not just with motivating words, empowering others not just with appreciating here, empowering others with our own energy field. Words cannot empower people. Words only feel good to listen for some time. So suppose I'm sulking and I'm very upset, and someone will come to me and say, "Acha, koi baat nahi na, chhod de, sab theek ho jayega." And I was like, "Ha, right, right, right." So it feels good for some time, and then they say that and they go away, and after some time, I'm back to here. So that motivation is very temporary, but empowerment is permanent. So empowerment means when you, the leader, and leader could be a parent is a leader, because a leader, a parent empowers others. So leadership quality means where your energy field, your vibration is high. And just by being who you are raising other people's vibrations. So a charged battery connected to other batteries. So the other batteries also get charged. The other batteries will also get charged. Batteries will not get charged by what we say. Batteries will get charged only when they receive power from this battery. Now, the other way around, 5 simple scenes of the day, of the hour, and I react to 3 out of 5. I deplete my battery. Next hour, I'm emotionally weaker than I was in the previous hour. And then I react 4 out of 5 times. Next day, I'm emotionally weaker than what I was yesterday because I depleted this battery. And then I got used to living my life with a depleted battery. And I said, that's okay. Stress is normal. Anxiety is normal. Anger is normal. Overthinking is normal. Everything is normal. I called it all normal. I called that discharged battery normal. And then came COVID. And then I said, fear and anxiety is normal, because this mind did not have the power to face situations. So new way of thinking, new way of living means emotional independence. Emotional independence. No bondage, no dependency, no attachments, no attachment to certain things being my way. No, giving your opinion, giving advice, giving directions, giving orders, doing everything, disciplining, being strict, but their behavior should not create something here. This is emotional independence, and this is something we all need to start working on. Why? Why? Because if we do not take care of our emotional health, then there are chances that if something doesn't go my way, or sometimes everything is my way, but and some of us then start experiencing a depression symptom. Now, a lot of us are saying, why is mental health issue on the rise? Because this is not something very old. If we just go back to our school or college, so if we just rewind society by, let's say, 30 years. So I remember my school, so of course, I don't think I knew the word depression that time. I didn't even know the stress. We didn't know the word stress. Stress was only in physics. Stress was no emotion. I am stressed, you're stressed. There was no language like this stress. So we are not talking history. We're talking our life. And we're probably the last generation who knows that life, where there was no vocabulary as stress, anxiety, hyperactivity. All these words were not there in our vocabulary. The छोटा सा word that we would say would be tension. आज थोड़ी सी tension हो रही है, and वो भी कौन से दिन होती थी? One day before the exam, one day before the result finished. वो tension भी उतनी थी सिर्फ. One day before exam, one day before the result. That's tension. And so we're not talking history, just 20, 30 years back, we were an emotionally stronger, emotionally healthy generation. And so at that time, we did not have mental health issues. We did not. We did not have depression. Was a rare thing which happened to somebody, very, very rare. And that too, it was more depression, which was in the old age. So age-related depression or a disease-related depression or a post-pregnancy depression. So it was a depression which was caused due to hormonal changes in the body. Now depression. And now we've reached a stage where we said, अच्छा depression है, हाँ कोई बात नहीं, normal है आजकल होता है. We started calling that also normal. So if we are emotionally fit, emotionally strong, we never will tip over to a mental health issue. But if I am doing nothing on a daily basis for my emotional fitness, and I think I am fine the way I am, with all those negative emotions being called as normal, I think that's fine to live that way, then I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know which day, which moment I can tip off onto the other side. I shift from an emotional issue to a mental health issue. There is a very thin line between that, between the shift, just the shift, which means experiencing the first signs of depression, the first signs of panic, the first signs of anxiety. There's a very thin line between them. And that's why it takes very, very long for people. The biggest problem with mental health issue is it's taking so long for people to realize that I have an issue because it's so similar to our life before that. क्योंकि पहले भी anxiety थी, अब थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा है. So I am not able to differentiate that this is a mental health issue. I need to see a doctor. I need to see a therapist because it's so similar to our so-called normal life labeled by society. That's the reason why we're not able to see it. We are not able to diagnose it. We don't find the need to ask for help. And even people around us are not able to see it. I know, I meet so many families and I say, you know what, you need to take them to a doctor. So, kya hua? I said, it looks like depression. Say, na na, kuch nahi, udaas hai, theek ho jayega. You see, तो वो उदास है ठीक हो जाएगा because we are so used to it कि उदास होने में क्या बड़ी बात है, कुछ दिन उदास है, upset है, ठीक हो जाएगा. So they're not able to see the difference. And that's why we take so much time before we think of seeing a doctor, because that beginning stage of a mental health issue is so close to an emotional health issue. And that emotional health issue, we have called it as normal. That's our big, big mistake of calling emotional illness as normal. So what is spirituality? You may say, oh, sometimes people say, I am not spiritual. It's because we don't understand the meaning of the word spirituality. 30 years back, when I was told by my parents, I said, oh, I'm not interested. So that was my first reaction to, "Ye kya hai? I'm not interested. I don't need meditation. I don't need spirituality." We don't understand spirituality. So spirituality only means a personality. Spirituality is a personality which is coming out from the spirit, which means the qualities of the soul. So the qualities of the soul, the qualities of this energy, purity, peace, happiness, love, wisdom, power. This is quality of the spirit. And when my thought, word, and behavior will be out of any of these qualities, then for that moment, I am using a spiritual personality. When I look at another being, I connect another person to who they are. So, which means I am a being connecting to another being, not looking at roles, relationships, labels, positions, achievements. Then at that moment, I am a spiritual personality. So there is nobody who's not spiritual. So those of us who say, I am not spiritual, actually, they don't know, but they're very, very spiritual, but they don't know what it means to be spiritual. So each one of us is spiritual, each one. It's just that we need to increase the time that we are spiritual during the day, which means I may be spiritual for a few minutes every day. Now I have to make it few hours, and then I have to make it most of the day, and then I will reach a stage where I'm spiritual throughout the day, which means I'm using those qualities of the being in my every thought, feeling, word, and behavior, in my every interaction. And I am emotionally independent, which means I don't need anything outside for me to create happiness, peace, and love. It's my natural personality. It's my natural personality. That is spirituality. That is spirituality. And that is what is the purpose of our life, to use that spiritual personality in every interaction. So when we start focusing on that, and just visualize how life will become. Just visualize, not standing like this, asking people for love, happiness, respect, not asking, creating, not asking, not seeking, not needing, creating, radiating, and in fact, giving it to people. We shift from being seekers, wanting, we shift to being a giver in life. A giver in feelings, giver in vibrations, giver, and giver will be the one who creates it. If I don't create it, I have nothing to give to people. So taking care of our emotional health and shifting to being emotionally independent is now a necessity. It was always important. So it's not that it was not important. It was extremely important because it was not very healthy to having adapted ourselves to living a life of discomfort. Like suppose I have something not right in my hand or in my foot, but it's just not getting healed. So I'm not walking properly. I'm limping a little bit. So let's say I'm limping a little bit. And I tried and it's not getting okay. And after some time I said, ठीक है यार, ये ऐसे ही ठीक है, कुछ नहीं होता इसको. So I get used to walking with a limp. After some time, I even forget that there is a limp. I am just adapted myself to walking, but that's not health. And then one day, if there is a stimulus which demands me to run, but I had adapted myself with that limping foot, I will not be able to run that day. And if I attempt to run that day, I will fall. I will fall. And it's that day when I will realize that I should have healed that limping foot when it was just a limp, not an injury. So this is that. Let's not adapt ourselves to these uncomfortable emotions. Let's not adapt ourselves to diabetes and hypertension. ये तो normal है, diabetes तो normal है, divorce तो normal है, ये तो होता रहता है. Let's not adapt ourselves to uncomfortable emotions. We're becoming slaves of it. Slaves. So let's start practicing a life of emotional independence. And every time you are going to become independent, whether it's independent of an object, it's easiest to start with object and substances we eat and drink. That's the easiest place to become independent. Easiest, because once you do it in one thing, you're enhancing energy. Another thing, you're increasing energy. This is also activating willpower. You're activating willpower. So one thing today, from today, we are not going to say for anything, I cannot live without. This line has to go. I cannot live without my morning cup of coffee. Have your morning cup of coffee. Enjoy your morning cup of coffee. Don't become a slave of your morning cup of coffee, because then it's no more just a cup of coffee. Then it's an emotional depleter. So don't use the word I cannot live without or I am uncomfortable without. Fill in the blank. This line has to go. This line depletes soul power. I cannot. I can. I use that, but I choose to use that. So say I choose to drink. Now we'll say, how does it make a difference whether I say I choose to drink or I say I cannot live without? Because every time you are saying something, you are creating an affirmation here. I cannot live without becomes the background music on my subconscious mind. So today it will be, I cannot live without coffee. Tomorrow it will be, I cannot live without that person. Day after tomorrow is, oh, this person is not with me. Now I don't want to live. So that's how that sanskar of dependency becomes very, very, very deep.